In our third example, we're going to create a slightly more complex nesting of styles to apply to our listing and information and prices of technology products. We have our text here. I can see that each line is its own paragraph because I see the paragraph marker. I can also see that I have in place here a right indent tab between the description of the item and the price. Noting the formatting of your text before you get started is going to make it easier for you to determine where you can apply styles and what you should be using as the marker to program the changes of those styles. In this case, I have an item name, a colon, a description, a right indent tab, a $sign leading into the price. I'm going to use this to be able to create a more complex style where within our single paragraph we'll have multiple character styles applied to the paragraph style to format each part of the information being provided in a different way. To get started, let's go ahead and format some of our text and begin creating paragraph styles. I'm going to select all of my text in this instance and go ahead and set this to use a sans serif font at 8-point size. I'm going to filter my list by sans serif and choose a sans serif that I want to work with. I usually prefer working with fonts that have at least 4 variations, but preferably more if possible. Again, I like this Elsa text because it does have many different options for weight and posture. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and start with regular, and then I'm going to go ahead and set the size to be 8-point. With this selected, I'm going to go ahead and Alt-Option click on my new paragraph style button and go ahead and name this Tech Products. Click OK to save those changes. Here I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so we can see a little better now that we have this smaller text. In the first line, I'm going to select the product name and make this 4 points larger. So if I have 8, 4 points larger becomes 12. So I want this to be bigger and stand out. I'm also going to change the font weight to bold. And I'm also going to apply the all caps styling. Again, using the button here to style for all caps is more effective when you're working with styles because this can be saved into the style. With this formatted, I'm going to go ahead and create a new character style to style all of these names. I'm going to Alt-Option click on the New Style button and name this Tech Bold All Caps. Next, I'm going to style the price to look how I want it. I'm going to select the entire price. I'm going to make this 6 points larger. 6 points larger than the paragraph style that is applied that is 8. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So the price is a bit bigger than the item name to make this stand out. I'm also going to choose for this to be in a bold font and change the color to red so that it stands out. With my text selected here, I'm going to go ahead and save a character style by Alt-Option clicking and naming this red price. Click OK to save that change. Lastly, I'm going to select the $sign and apply the superscript option to it. This puts more emphasis on the number of the price and not the $sign itself. and is very useful in advertising. It also helps to save some space on our page as this character is a little smaller. With selecting just the $sign, I'm going to create a character style for this, and we're going to call it dollar superscript. Again, it's useful to use some of these character formatting options for styling within our character panel or character settings, because any of these options can be saved into styles. Now, what I have is a paragraph style. I have a character style for the item name, a character style for the price, and an additional character style to style the dollar signs as a superscript. Now that I have each of these created, I can go ahead and work to nest these into my paragraph style. Seeing the list we have here of many items and that we have 4 different stylings applied to text in each paragraph, using nested styles makes styling this text extremely efficient. It would be very time-consuming to try to manually apply for all of these paragraphs each of these different character styles. So let's go to our paragraph styles menu. We have our tech products. Right now we see that if I click anywhere else here, my tech products has a plus sign, meaning an override, because I have styled this differently than what the paragraph style is, and I have my override here. I certainly don't want to redefine the style for the paragraph style with any of these options that I've used for character styles, because that would style the entire paragraph using that formatting. We definitely want to be using nested styles here. So I'm going to right click and choose Edit Tech Products. I want our paragraph to start with the style for naming the smartphone. So I'm going to go to my drop caps and nested styles, click a new nested style, drop down and choose Tech Bold All Caps Character Style. I'm going to program this so that it applies this style through 1:. Next, I'm going to create a new nested style, but this is where I want the base paragraph style that we created to be applied. So I'm going to tell it to use none. I see that I consistently have, after my description, a right indent tab. So I'm going to use this as my marker to tell it where to change. So I'm going to say use none of the character styles through 1 tab character. Next, I want to apply the $ superscript style to just the $, and then apply the price style to the numbers in the price. So I'm going to tell it to create a new nested style, choose $ superscript, and say through $1. Lastly, I'm going to apply the price style, red price, through 1 word. I am double checking my list here to make sure that these prices did not include periods with a cent amount after the dollar amount, so I can use 1 word there. Do note, if you are styling prices that have all of the digits for the price, the dollars and cents, you will have to consider different options for what the marker is to end, because the period in the price would be viewed by InDesign as the end of the sentence because the period exists there. So I can see in my nested styles that I'm applying Tech Bold All Caps through 1:. I have no character style applied through 1 tab character. The $ superscript is applied through $1, and the red price is applied through the rest of the words. I'm going to click OK, because some of these went ahead and automatically applied because of how the paragraph style was applied to this text. I'm going to right click and choose Apply Tech Products Clear Overrides. Unfortunately, I'm seeing that my price styles are not applying correctly, so I do need to troubleshoot my styling setup. My first guess is that even though the right indent tab is a tab character, I don't think it's the right type of tab character for how I programmed this. So since I have my show hidden characters turned on, I'm actually going to copy this hidden character for the right indent tab. I'm going to go back into my text products and click Edit. Go back to my drop caps and nested styles. And here, where I say none through one tab characters, I'm going to delete the tab character and actually paste this invisible character. There is a text command for this and other space characters. It's a $Y, but it is hard to remember what all those different ones are, so copying and pasting from your hidden characters can be helpful with styling like this. Now that I hit OK, I can see that my style is appropriately applied to all of my paragraphs, and I have a very nice design of this listing that uses good visual hierarchy to help understand the different parts of the information that is being provided: the item name, its description, and then its price. Again, this is very efficient to use styles this way. Additionally, with text, I can, because this style is applied to this paragraph, when I make a new paragraph, it is going to default to that styling. So if I hit return on my keyboard, if I start typing, if I type in the pattern that we have programmed the style to use, it will automatically apply that. So here I'm just going to make up some text for demonstration. We're going to say keyboard. I am not typing in all caps, I'm just typing lowercase letters, but we see that our character style is being applied. If I start just typing a description, it has keys. No, it's still applying my style for the item name. If I come back here and I add my colon, it will automatically update the styling. It has all keys and number pad. That's my description for this keyboard product. To create my right indent, I can type a Shift tab. When I type my $, it is automatically superscript, and then I start applying my price. Maybe that's an expensive keyboard. So we can see that with these styles applied, even as you edit or move text around or add new text, it will automatically apply these nested styles within your paragraph style as long as you are using the same markers that are defined within the style.